What if I told you that the 8 or so hours you spend sleeping could actually be the most productive part of your entire day? Seriously. What if you could use that time to solve tough problems, unlock your creativity, and get way closer to your goals? Okay, let's get right into this, because we're about to uncover how you can turn your sleep into an absolute secret weapon.
First things first, we have to completely ditch the old idea that sleep is just downtime. It's not. The reality is so much more exciting. Think of it this way. Sleep is a high-performance processing mode for your goals. We're not talking about powering down for the night. We're talking about shifting into this incredible state where your brain actively gets to work on your biggest challenges and aspirations.
So, to unlock this high-performance mode, we first got to understand what's actually going on under the hood when we close our eyes. And you know what? It all really comes down to one critical, absolutely essential phase of sleep: REM.
So what in the world is REM sleep? Well, it's way more than just the part of the night where you have weird dreams. Think of it as your brain's nightly supercomputer. This is where all the magic happens. It's where your brain sorts through all the information from the day, processes it, and basically programs you for peak performance tomorrow.
Let's break that down because it's pretty amazing. First, it processes emotions. You know that feeling when you wake up and a stressful situation from yesterday just feels manageable? That's REM sleep working its magic. Second, it stores memories, filing away the important stuff and clearing out the junk. And third, and this is the real game changer, it boosts creativity. It does this by making connections between totally unrelated ideas, which is why you sometimes wake up with those brilliant aha moments.
But here's the catch. This incredible system, it only works if we let it complete its job. And honestly, the hard truth is, a lot of us are unknowingly sabotaging this powerful process every single night.
And this right here is the #1 enemy of high-performance sleep: fragmentation. That late afternoon coffee, endlessly scrolling on your phone in bed. Sound familiar? Well, those things are doing more than just making it a little harder to doze off. They're literally chopping your sleep into these tiny, useless pieces, and that stops your brain from ever reaching those deep, creative REM states where all the important work gets done.
This really lays out the two different paths our nights can take, right? On one side, you've got optimal sleep. That gets you complete REM cycles, creative breakthroughs, and that feeling of emotional clarity. But on the other side, fragmented sleep. That leaves you with interrupted cycles, that horrible morning grogginess, and a brain that just feels like it's in a fog all day. The difference is night and day, literally.
So, how do we fix this? How do we make sure we land on the right side of that divide every single time? Well, the solution is surprisingly simple, and it's all about something called the 90-minute rule. 90. This is your new magic number. Why? Well, because your brain doesn't just sleep in one long, flat line. It actually moves through these really distinct cycles of deep sleep, light sleep, and that all-important REM sleep. And each one of these full cycles lasts, on average, about 90 minutes. This number is the key to everything.
So here's the crucial point. If your alarm clock rips you out of bed in the middle of a deep sleep cycle, you feel awful. Groggy, disoriented, it's the worst. But if you wake up naturally at the end of one of these 90-minute cycles, when your brain is already in a much lighter stage of sleep, you feel refreshed, alert, and ready to go. The whole goal is just to time your alarm for the gap between cycles.
And here's exactly how you can do it tonight. It's so simple. First, just pick the time you need to wake up. Let's say 6:30 a.m. Step 2, count backwards in 90-minute chunks. So from 6:30, that gives you ideal bedtimes of 5 a.m., 3:30 a.m., 2 a.m., 12:30 a.m., or 11 p.m. Third, you just pick the bedtime that works for you and aim for it. That's it. It's that easy.
Now, when you start using this 90-minute rule to protect those sleep cycles, you're doing so much more than just avoiding that morning grogginess. You are actively creating the perfect environment to literally program your brain for success the next day.
And this, right here, is the key takeaway. This whole process, it's not just a sleep hack. It's a cognitive performance hack. It's a thinking hack. When you give your brain the full, uninterrupted cycles it needs to do its job, you wake up not just feeling rested, but actually thinking with more clarity, focus, and creativity.
And here is the payoff. This is why it all matters. You gain enhanced creativity to solve those tough problems at work. You get a sharper memory for names, facts, and everything else you need to remember. You get better emotional regulation, so you're less reactive and more in control. And all of that adds up to one thing: peak performance in your daily life.
So as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with a question. Think about a challenge, a problem, something you're stuck on right now. Instead of losing sleep over it, why not use your sleep to solve it? Protect your cycles,
Give your brain the space it needs and just see what it comes up with. So what problem will you solve in your sleep tonight?